Do you meet a lot of these people and they're just fishing? Like one day they're Buddhist, next time they're individualists, then they're in Antifa, and then they're Christians. And every time they find something, it's always, yeah, I did that. And I figured out that there was something wrong with that. And now I'm doing this. And now this is the answer. And for me, I'm just thinking, no, you just are one of these people who just go by whim alone and just bounce around to a whole bunch of different things and just looking for answers. But you don't really care about ideas. That's why you're just bouncing from thing to thing to thing. But I don't know, do you encounter a lot of people like that?
There are not a lot of people who will own up to that. There are some people who will stumble into that and like that'll be part of their story. So yeah, I mean, there are certainly lots of people who are willing to explore but not willing to commit. And the reason they change one thing to another isn't always clear or sometimes even real. Sometimes it's just sometimes there's a lot of worship and they just kind of like flip flop and they keep doing things that they have no real evidence for as far as this being actually good, objectively good. There's just like, this worked for me until it didn't. And then when it didn't work, I didn't problem solve. I didn't troubleshoot. I didn't explore any further. I was like, oh, that's uncomfortable. I'm gonna do something else. And over here, this thing is more comfortable and this is the answer. And if you don't believe this, you're wrong. I'm like, you don't have evidence either. What do you mean? So yeah, there's certainly people who I've met like that who are hard to pin down and hard to have real conversations with because they don't care enough about the ideas to understand why they happen. They're not looking to analyze things well enough to gain that self-awareness to figure out why they believe what they believe.
Yeah, it reminds me of the people who just read a bunch of books and think that they are super intelligent, or I guess you could call it knowledgeable, but they're like, but did you read this philosophy? And what about this philosophy? And what about that philosophy? Sounds like you're kind of confused. That's the way that it comes off to me. And I'm not saying that reading everything is bad. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't read all of the books. And if you're reading everything and every time you read something new, it changes your mind completely. To me, that's a problem. Maybe a younger person, maybe not. Older person, like how are you integrating your knowledge?